you got. When I hear these perps contracted by the government to drive the target individual into insanity, I'm just thankful. A lot of these perps for me, some of them are just on the state of like childishness. That's very, very extreme. But I think there's a purpose behind that. I understand that what target individual are part of are just we've been put in something where we're being utilized as guinea pigs. And I understand there's an ecosystem that purposely put in place to disorient the target individual and drive them into insanity. I'm a target individual who deal with the manipulation. That then they want me to internalize. They try to internalize these manipulations and want me to subscribe to it. And the things they say once they manipulate me is like, oh, you're known. We're going to make you know. People are going to know you, know who you are. And, and they basically try to make me internalize this manipulation and make me think, oh, people know who you are. And in reality, this is what's happening. They manipulate your brain. And I think I've said that in my first video. They do these things where it was supposed to make you think that everybody around knows what's happening, when in reality, everybody knows what's happening in regard to how you're also being manipulated. They know that you're no longer yourself. They partake in that. They know this is an ecosystem, this is a program that consists of rewiring target individual. They all know this is about mind control. The thing is, they want you to identify with how they control your mind. And so they create these personas that they want you to internalize, and some degrading experiences are being experienced. Right now, as I was making space for this video, they were trying to create this mental battle. That's just nonsensical. They have these ways of forcing you to have sexual stimulation and reactions that is just so not organic. So you can't feel it. That you feel something just like, it's as if like a part of your brain is being manipulated and you get these fake stimulations. Like it's something that just doesn't feel organic. Like somebody's almost pressing a button and just like feeling this stimulation. And you hear that in this program there's a lot of tormenting tactics using the manipulation of your brain and specifically manipulating your libido, creating sexual arousals that are degrading. And once you're being manipulated this way, that's when you hear this ecosystem around you doing all the theatrics, inclusive of this voice to skull. And they do these things systematically, so you hear the other target individual say the same thing. For me, a lot of manipulation of my libido, as other target individuals I've mentioned, they do these things mostly to torment me toward children, which is super degrading. But sometimes what they do also is they make me have the same stimulation toward adults, which makes me feel like, okay, it's like it make me question, is this an adult? But all along, sometimes what they do is like they want to create like a match, or they just want to mess with me. Because when I feel the stimulation, I'm like, okay, this is a forced stimulation. Why are they doing this? Is that a child? For example, I was deleting storage because I'm making so many videos, right? Every time they do something nasty to me, I take a screenshot. And I took a screenshot of they usually mess with me a lot. Like, even like on Bumble profile pictures, if there's a child somewhere, even sometimes they give me just stimulations. And those like, Bumble mean the dating app, and this is like a 30-some-year-old woman. So as right before I delete all these pictures to make space to make this video, they give me that fake stimulation, and almost try to question how old is she. Well, how old is she? It was just a regular grown woman that they were stimulating me toward in this false way, and try to gaslight me, because usually when they make me have this stimulation, it's toward children. And that was a mental battle they were trying to create, because they wanted me to stop from putting things together. They do this creation of mental battles to interrupt you from thinking clearly, to be able to see things for what they are. And then they use these clowns around you who's supposed to make you subscribe to these things. And some of them are actually children. And I just heard about this man who killed a 15-year-old, who before doing that wrote a whole manifesto describing how he was being tormented via this technology that attacked the mind. And unfortunately, I do believe that 15-year-old he ended up killing was most likely a participant. Because in what's happening to me, there's a lot of perps who are childish, like children, I should say, not just childish. There's childish individuals who are just even adults, but there's a lot of child individual, child participant. And they utilize the immaturity as a weapon. Tell me now and map that. And they use different verbiage that they've been taught to use to gaslight me. So there's even a systematic ability to utilize the same type of purpose to torment you. So now when I hear them, I'm like, okay, Kayla is the 15-year-old they killed. This 15-year-old apparently was a neighbor that Stephen Marlowe believed was a participant, and after writing a manifesto describing himself as a target individual who's being psychologically tormented, manipulated, and this mind control, he executed this 15 and her mother cold-blooded, and then another couple who were in their 70s and 80s. And then makes a video saying that I did this for my family in hope that they live a life with no mind control. So for me, it's just things that have been very validating. So I've known now to keep record of everything, because reality can be redesigned, and they redesign it with no shame. Sometimes I have footage of it. Sometimes it's things that just in my face, they can just recreate reality. I have body cams that I'm thankful I have. And so this is an example of this. I went on a date with this woman who's my age, or maybe a year younger than me. Of course, I have footage of me going there, and I keep track of everything. I have my body cam. You see me going in, and I make sure that I have some record of it. Then after the date, I stay in the bar and I sit where you're seeing here. And I rarely go out. And I do enjoy being around other people and socializing in bars and whatnot. I love to have conversation with people and interact with people, because usually I don't, as a target individual. I'm isolated. Now, I'm in this place, and that's why you're seeing these people here. I'm drinking, I'm seeing these people next to me, and I knew that they were just gonna mess with me. First of all, I was like, let me just take a picture. But I tried to use something, I tried to create a reason for me to take a picture. She had this weird, so they're like these people next to me. I'll give them young adults, right? I mean, we're at a bar. This is a setting where just should be adults. Okay, so one should assume that they're adult. This is a bar. You see me sitting at the bar. They have this drink. I mean, this is a adult place. But I was like, you know what? Just in case they start messing with me, let me take a picture of them. And truth is, I was looking at them, and I think they were mutually didn't find each other appealing. Not that they're not, but to me, it wasn't working for me. Actually, the picture does, on the picture it looks, they make this individual look better. In my head, they stimulate me, but in real time, it was not really it, And I'm not trying to be objectifying or judging the way they look. It just wasn't my cup of tea. But I knew that these people could create mental battles, and I was like, you know what, this is reality. So I look at the drink she has. She has a drink in this weird glass. And I'm like, what's that drink here? And she's like, yeah, this is the drink. It's called some thick bitch or something like that, or some, funny name. And I go, oh, cool, cool, cool. Can I take a picture of it? And the reason why I'm taking a picture of it is because I want to take a picture of her and her friend. I know they're gonna do some messed up things or try to set me up or something. That's so. Let me just take a picture. And then I'm trying to be smooth about it. I'm like, oh, I'm having can I have a drink of it? Try it out. She let me have the drink. Actually, she's like, oh, might as well, it's yours, and I keep it. I said, okay, thank you. And I ask her, can you take a picture of me with this? And she does. She's the one taking that picture. I'm like, okay, thank you. I'm not interested in that drink. But next to me, there's a guy. And I'm start talking to this guy. And, I'd like to have conversation. And, definitely more engaging with this guy. And I could tell these people didn't like it. And by the way, as I was getting the drink, there was this young bartender that was just giving me attitude once this girl gave me the drink. Because I asked him, well, hey, let's just call him Marco. Hey, Marco, what kind of drink is that? He's just ignoring me. He's ignoring me. He's like, okay, I guess he's just a little jealous. Oh, I don't know. But, maybe he had some kind of relationship with these girls. So he would just ignore me. I was like, okay, this young bartender, you give them a little bit of empowerment, they're gonna, have that like godlike complex. So I was like, okay, I just want to feel special. I don't pay too much mind about it. So I talked to this guy next to me. He's about my age, grown man. We're talking. We talk about everything, and this girl seems to be like a little bit annoyed. And I think it's because they noticed me being very engaged with the guy talk next to me. I guess maybe they were planning to make it look like I was interested in them. So it looks off because, like I'm just being friendly because I'm talking to this guy more than you. So they come back, wear the coat and everything else. At that point, I thought, okay, well, we'll have some kind of like friendly interaction already. You gave me your drink. You took a picture of me with your drink. So she has a big coat. And she has a big coat with like camouflage. So I grabbed the collar of the coat like with my two fingers and like pop this like nice coat. I do something like that. that young bartender's like, hey, yo, hey, buddy. He's being theatrical. I was like, what? I was like, wait. And I turn around and look at him and say, you okay? He's like, what's going on here? It's like, try to make a scene. It's like, you literally gave me your drink and everything else. Like, I'm just did, grabbed your collar with my two fingers and popped it like, like nice. This little fucking, excuse my language, I'm gonna calm down. I'm glad I didn't act in any other way. But I was like, this guy's just, he's like, you acting, like you try to make it look like something else here. It's like, hey, you being touchy. He's like, she just gave me a drink. I'm just popping her collar. But anyways, they were trying to paint something else. And I think, and actually, the girl's like, oh yeah, you should listen to him. It's like, what? You just gave me your drink. Okay. But I realized, you are trying to make something out of nothing because you're seeing my interest. I don't have interest in you. And I'm talking to this guy more than I engage with you. So you try to make something out of nothing. Because they wanted to make it look like I was interested in these people. And clearly, it seems I have more interest in this guy, which is as a friendliness, than them. So they were trying to paint something. And this young clown of a bartender was doing his little theatrics. And so This is the things they do, and there's a reason why I keep like taking pictures and things, because they're trying to redesign reality. And then have these clowns around me trying to gaslight me to interact into not interact into subscribe to this. I will continuously put things back in perspective. They're not going to recreate reality. This trash are involved in a program that does the evilness that you can't even comprehend to even children. This is not going to happen. I will not internalize to this manipulation. However, they play my brain and they play with me. Right now, they're bringing up this Bumble profile of this woman, give me the stimulation sensation that they make me experience, to match it to what they do to me toward these babies. And torment me. Matter of fact, because they're doing that, I'm like, oh, they try to make me. You see, it's not an adult. But you give me this stimulation. The person is some Bumble profile picture. You're just trying to create a mental battle. Is it when an adult one? Because you're trying to stop me from saying things for what they are. They have no shame. And gaslighting me and give me fake anxieties and fears. They can play with your emotion the way they want to. Wanting me to accept these things. It's like they want to create mental battles to negate reality. And it's non-stop. I will never subscribe and internalize this nasty manipulation. I will see this clown for what they are, and I'm not going to let them repaint reality the way they want it.